One.
Hi everybody, welcome to the Stories of Mars. My name is Steven. This is Owen.
Hi gang, welcome to the show.
Hi.
As you can see, we're in a little bit of a dungeon area tonight in the studio. So just thought we'd mix up the location a little bit for you.
Ta-da!
Ta-da! There you have it.
Ta-da!
Steven, why don't you go ahead and start us off tonight with a little something?
Okay, so did you hear that Robert Ebert died? I think it's actually Roger Ebert.
Roger Ebert, yes I did.
He died, and he just said he was going to stop doing his critical business. But it said he died. I'm so sad.
It was because he had another bout of cancer coming back on. And it was like 4 days after he announced that he died. So, other people that have died, actually, Annette Funicello. For those of you kids out there that don't know, there was once upon a time a thing known as the Mouseketeers.
I think it's the Mickey Mouse Club.
Yeah, it was part of the Mickey Mouse Club.
Yeah, that's the one I'm trying to tell you about.
Okay, all right. Anyway, so she was actually one of the originals way back in the, I'd like to say, 50s, 60s. Some other notable Mouseketeers for you younger generation: Britney Spears, Justin Timberlake, Ryan Gosling.
I think Christina Aguilera was on there for a while too.
Yep, she was. So, another person that died this last week was Margaret Thatcher, Prime Minister of Britain.
Yeah, that's right.
So
She did good things.
You know, they always say that when people die, they usually die in groups of three. That was
droves, man.
I know.
Droves.
Group of three right there, just all this one week. So
yeah, I don't know what happened. It's like people getting old.
Exactly.
I just keep getting younger and younger.
Yeah.
No laughing. This is serious.
Okay, I'm sorry.
All right.
Calm down there, fella. What else?
Oh, guess what?
What?
Football starts in 4 months, and I'm so excited. I can barely hold it in. It starts in 4 months.
4 months.
4 months.
But there's still a lot of preseason moves being made right now.
There's still lots and lots, but it starts in 4 months, and I'm excited.
Have you heard about some of the latest moves that happened just today?
No. They haven't been on them for a while.
Well, let me pull them up.
You pull them up, and I'll be happy for you.
I will pull them up right now.
Okay.
Give me 2 seconds.
It might beat you now. I get to read it first.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Are you there yet?
Yeah, I am. The Bears, they signed defensive end Moore and defensive tackle Pullen and center Boggs. I have no idea how any of these people are.
One of the biggest signings was Brady Quinn reached a deal with the Seahawks.
Ooh, he sucks.
He does. That's why he's only signed as a backup quarterback.
Yep.
David Akers found a home in Detroit. So,
oh, yeah, I didn't see that one.
The Jets replaced Laron Landry with his brother DeJuan.
Yeah.
That's about it. Oh, and the Jets are forcing Darrelle Revis to come to practice so that he can get his $3 million signing bonus before they even attempt to trade him. How ridiculous is that?
That's smart, but dumb. Smart, but dumb.
It's stupid because they're going to have to pay him that $3 million.
The Raiders, they signed Jenkins and defensive end Carter, and I have no idea who they are.
Okay.
Okay.
What about basketball? Final Four?
It's about, that's over.
That's what I'm talking about.
Louisville won.
Louisville
They
pulled it out.
beat them. They came back and they won.
Even after the dude had the horrific leg injury where he broke half his leg off and it's hanging by the skin.
Yep.
That was pretty gross.
That was awesome,
but it was inspiring. I mean, they took it all the way.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, the one kid, his, I don't know his name. He played number 11 on the Louisville.
Uh-huh.
He going to the pros. His daddy said he's going to the pros.
Good for him.
I know. I'm so proud of him doing big things.
Big things. So, and the Jazz are currently in 8th place. Well, they're currently in 8th place, but yes, they're losing to the Thunder right now tonight.
Yeah, and
So-
the Lakers, they play tonight too, and they playing a sucky team. So the Lakers
Oh.
gonna be in number 8 spot.
Not necessarily. There's still 3 more games left.
They still suck.
Yes,
And there's actually 5 games.
I heard there was only 4.
The Lakers are 40-37. There are 82 games in the season.
Okay.
They have 5 more games.
I'm not good with math, but I'd have to.
Well, I'm Italian and I can do math. But,
you got it. Anything else you got going?
The Iron Man 3, they already selling the tickets for the movie. And it don't come out till like 3 weeks from now. But it's a huge ordeal.
It's almost a month. It's like the 26th of May, I think.
I think it's the 3rd of May.
Alright, whatever.
I look it up while you go on to your big old better
You do
things.
that, you know. I'm looking forward to seeing it, though.
Oh, I
It's
am
going to
too.
be a good movie.
I spelled it wrong.
Speaking of movies, Evil Dead was a big hit this last weekend. You know, in order for them to get possible sequels, it needs to continue to be on the roll for this next weekend, and still plays probably in the top 5, I would think. I doubt that it'll place first again this next week, but you never know. I'm a big fan of the franchise, so.
Bring the release date right now.
Okay, all right, May 3rd.
That's what I thought. It's
All right.
still almost a month.
You got
But
me.
it's still like 3 weeks.
That's true. You got me on that one.
Alright, I win.
Speaking of another big grossing movie lately, G.I. Joe did really well at the box office, so you can expect at least a third part to that franchise.
That's the second one?
Yeah. The first one was, I do believe, just G.I. Joe, and then this one was The Rise of Cobra.
Okay.
Or no, the first one was G.I. Joe, The Rise of Cobra. This one was G.I. Joe Retaliation, I think.
Oh, yeah, I remember.
So anyway, yeah, you can expect a sequel to that. And other news, we're going to go back to sports for a second. There was an MMA fighter in Michigan who was just an amateur, and he was in a match, was doing well for the first 2 rounds, and then in the 3rd round he was mounted, and the guy was just punching him to the head, and actually the fighter died. And it's kind of a big deal because amateur MMA is not regulated in Michigan, so that's something I'm willing to bet that you'll start seeing that state
Dang,
coming
that's
down.
crazy.
Yeah. Also down in Texas, for you gun nuts out there, or gun lovers, I should say, not nuts.
She said mountain nuts.
Here's the story for you. Down in Texas at this college, today there was a stabbing, basically a stabbing spree. This guy had an X-Acto knife and stabbed 14 people. Fortunately, there are only 2 that are in critical condition right now. The rest were serious to non-serious condition. So, yeah, that was pretty big news today. And then also, fans of YouTube, you know, obviously, if you're watching us on YouTube, go and look up look it up, and I will try and get a link up to this onto our site, but it's all over the internet. But there's this guy, his name's Dale Shaughnessy from here in Utah, as a matter of fact, and there's a video on YouTube of him out doing his paragliding, or I don't know exactly what it's called, but it's where
It's a motorized paraglider.
yeah, so he's flying around on that, comes across this owl that's flying, and decides to harass it, and he goes so far as to kick it twice in the video, all the while laughing and saying, yeah, who's the predator now, and all this garbage. The guy is despicable. I mean, the dude's been a Looney Tune for a long time. He used to have this company called Totally Awesome Computers, and he got in some trouble over having a handgun in his vehicle, and pointing it at some people that were yelling at him for speeding through a little suburb where the speed limit I think was only like 35 or something, and he was doing 65, 70. So they called the cops on him and chased after him and all this. Anyway, so he goes nuts over that and just closes down all of his stores and fired all of his employees and that. Just totally went off the deep end. And then he's done a bunch of other crazy stuff. If you guys are really interested, Google him and take a look at that. Other strange news. There's There was an elephant in the Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey Circus over the weekend in Tupelo, Mississippi. He was wounded in a drive-by shooting. Yeah, for whatever reason.
Take this, you elephant!
He's just sitting out in this holding pen, and some dudes drove by and shot him. Shot him in the shoulder, as a matter of fact.
Crazy.
So, and then I got one more good story here, and it's about Cookie Monster and Elmo getting Times Square trouble. Cookie Monster stands accused of shoving a 2-year-old. Super Mario was charged with groping a woman, and Elmo was booked for berating tourists with anti-Semitic slurs. Times Square is crawling with entrepreneurs who dress up as pop culture characters and try to make a few bucks. And if you've been to Times Square, or if you've been down to Las Vegas, out in LA, you'll see these people on the corners. You know, they're there getting pictures and then asking for donations. But some of them just are real shady characters. Anyway, they were posing for photos with visitors to the big city. Some of these characters are unlike anything you've seen on Sesame Street or at Disney World. They smoke, they use foul language, and they can be aggressive. At least 3 of them have been arrested in the past 7 months. He was using words that were really bad, said Parmita Karuta of Stamford, Connecticut, who told police she got into a dispute this week with a man in a Cookie Monster costume who demanded $2 for posing with her 2-year-old son. She said that when she told the Cookie Monster that her husband needed to get cash, the shaggy blue creature pushed the boy and began calling her and the child obscene names. In the wake of the latest arrest, the bustling crossroads of the world was filled Tuesday with performers including multiple versions of Mickey and Minnie Mouse, Hello Kitty, a Transformer robot, Lady Liberty, Super Mario, and Elmo. Many of them are immigrants trying to eke out a living in what appear to be knockoff costumes. So, keep your eyes and your ears open when you're out there trying to get your picture taken, because you never know when you may be accosted by a costume freak. But that's about all I've got.
Me too.
Yeah, I don't really have anything else. I do have Aaron's iPod for this week.
Aaron's iPod.
I came prepared to the dungeon.
Good job. We got his little bomb dude.
That's right.
Speaker thing.
Thingy. Yes.
Oh.
What do we think here?
That one.
Oh, which one?
The one. No, the one. Yeah, that one.
Okay, here we go.
I like this one.
It's called Iridescent by Linkin Park. It's off from 1,000 Suns.
This make me put in a good mood.
I know, Linkin Park puts you in a good mood.
It does.
I actually watched some concert footage of theirs on this channel called Palladia last night, and I'll tell you, they sound excellent in concert. Just as good as on their CDs and that.
I liked them when they came to concert and I saw them. It was awesome. I lose my voice because I sang along the whole time.
You know, I usually lose my voice when I'm singing the rock band on that song.
I got so. It's a good song.
Yeah.
Do you feel cold and lost and down?
Oh, that's loud.
I know. Speaker works awesome. Alright, so you want to hear more of that, look it up on iTunes. Go get it at your local Walmart, Target, so on and so forth. In other news, last night, we're filming this on Tuesday. Last night was the season finale of The Devil's Ride. Very disappointed. They built it up. It's a show about motorcycle gangs, and the one gang is called the Laughing Devils, and the other one is called Sinister Mob. they've been building up this war and making you think that it's going to come to a head in the season finale, and then nothing. I mean, it was just ridiculous. I was highly disappointed in it.
All of them do the other ones they do down at the season finale, they ruin it for you.
Well, it didn't. You know, honestly, it didn't even give me anything to look forward to for next season. If there is a next season, if it gets renewed, I think that it will. But in a week, Deadliest Catch is going to start back up, so I'm looking forward to that. I'm a big fan of that show. So, and then in final news, congratulations to my daughter Ryan. She and her color guard team placed first in their division in state for color guard, and the cool thing about it is that their team is a junior high team.
Yeah, I was gonna say Beto mentioned that.
Yeah, they're a junior high team, and they actually compete against high schools, and they placed first, and it was an awesome moment. I was happy to be there and support her. It was really cool. So congratulations. I know that she probably will not see this video, but I still want to put it out there in the ether for her. So
Congratulations.
we're very proud, and now apparently if she stays on color guard, I guess next season they're going to end up going to California for some competitions now.
Ooh.
The other good news is I think they've had their color guard team going at the junior high for I think the last 5 years. It may have just been the last 4. It's either 4 or 5 years, and this is the first time that they've taken state. So
Nice.
yeah, excellent job. I mean, their performance was awesome. They did have one drop. One of the girls that was spinning a rifle dropped, but you know, they did good compared to the other teams. There were a lot more drops than that, and their routine was actually pretty cool. So anyway, you know, I think that'll probably be a show for this week.
That's a wrap. Everybody, we see you next week. This has been Steven.
And this has been Aaron.
Have a great week. We'll see you next time.